You are your own first responder. Always be prepared, stay safe, stay armed. Always be aware, get training and practice. No room for mistakes. One wrong move is all it takes. So hold on to America's favorite black rifle. It could be the thing that ensures your survival. It's an AR-15 show, it's ready to rock. It's your weekly dose of awesome gun talk. Awesome gun talk.
Welcome, the AR-15 podcast. This show is for you if you just bought your first rifle or you've been building them for years. There's something we can all do to take our black rifles to the next level. My name is Nick Dooley. I am joined tonight back in the studio again, Garth Hofer.
Back in the studio after so long away. So yeah, here I am.
Yes, indeed. Look at that. He is alive.
I'm here.
And,
I'm alive.
Keeping up on your once a quarter appearances.
I try to do that. So yeah, I'm here. I know. Let me have it.
Everyone's like, "Yeah, hey, look at this! It's like a throwback episode almost."
It's like a reunion.
Only not. Like there's old timey rocking chairs behind you.
No, not, I mean it's a plush one, I guess.
It's not your traditional gun wall you had.
No, it's not, because I've been lazy and I haven't actually set my studio back up downstairs. So someday, maybe this weekend.
So Garth, what have you been up to?
Oh man, so much actually. We just got harvest finished up, and that's awesome to be done with that. So yeah, now I don't know, man. Now I'm gonna have all this free time on my hands for a minute. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel bad. I wish I could tell everyone I've been doing gun stuff, but that's just not the case at all. So this is the most gun related thing I've done in like 2 months. So sitting here talking to you, so I'm excited to be back. There'll be time for it.
Yeah. Oh no, that'll happen. I know I have something for you out here as well.
Oh, it came in. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it did. So I have something that you're going to want to maybe use in the near future.
Well, I might have to come down tomorrow because I have a few errands to run and pier anyway. So maybe I should stop by tomorrow and pick that up, and I'll drop that trigger off because I do have that in my possession as well. So
yeah, and you can also pick up 20 or so megs that you have here.
That too, and my night vision.
Yeah,
and a few other things. Yeah, so
yeah, it's almost like I have a collection point of weird stuff.
Just a whole box that says Garth on it.
No, I mean it's not like that. The mags the dogs are out stepping on because naturally.
Yeah, I'm not worried about those. Yeah, man. So what about you? Did you do anything fun in guns this week?
I kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
So I went out. I know I talked about it a little bit last time or last show. I had put a new optic on my carry gun, and so I have the Gideon Valor Mini on that now. Who's again not a sponsor. I paid for that with my own monies, and it's an enclosed emitter red dot, and I really, really like it. It has been handling amazing, and you don't get the belly button lid stuck in this because of the enclosed emitter. And with that said, it's handy for it. I was putting everything inside of a 4-inch group at 25 yards, or well, the 22-yard line that our pistol bays are actually at. At the public range here, I was keeping everything in a 4-inch group. So I'm going to call that a win with the 365 XL. And then I didn't do a lot else because I was avoiding the public range here like the plague. Because this coming weekend is opening a West River deer. So, like, I went out and did my 0, and it was just nonstop traffic in and out because everybody had to come out and do their, like, 2 shots to make sure their deer rifle was still accurate and didn't, like, lose its 0 miraculously in the safe over the winter.
Yeah, set up all that time and effort for 2 shots, put a half hour's worth of work into setting targets up to shoot 5 rounds.
And those things happen. Like, I get it. You need to confirm your 0, and that's awesome. I'm glad you're doing that. But when you go out, it's okay. Hey, go out, do your confirmation of 0. It's just this is the time of year when we have everyone doing that. Yep, I just got to do my confirmation of 0. They might shoot 3 to 5 rounds, and that's it. And it just takes a long time. And sometimes that range can get a little sporty.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, at least no one's going out there and LARPing yet and doing all that stuff and showing up in the camo. But I know there has been guys that do it in the past. So,
yes, I'm gonna say Yavero. Yes, this is alive. Watching from YouTube asked if it was live, and it sure is. So,
actually, I'm probably going to be that guy this weekend because I am going to mount that Gideon Guardian on my 308 finally that you handed me months ago, and it's been sitting in my gun room ever since. But I figure I still haven't decided even if I'm going to get a deer license yet this year or not. I probably should make that decision, but I figured I better go out and sight the old Guardian in on the 308 and go from there.
Yeah, and no, it's time to start doing that stuff. I know that we've been out kind of working on that, but wife and kiddo have been getting their stuff ready to go, and getting ready for deer season this year. So they've had their rifles out. Of course, they're both shooting 300 blackouts, and that's the main thing that we've been really pushing through is getting that done. I've been doing a little bit more training for myself. I did set up a new pistol that I'm excited to try out, and it'll be a good time getting back into it. I am going back into the world of M&Ps to have as a backup gun for places I can't take a 320. And because there are places that are banning them, and we're going to have, I know I've been to at least one class where they don't allow us to do that. And I've heard of a couple more, and there's a couple organizations that are not allowing them.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you have a couple extras. Joe has his setups that aren't as well. I just didn't have any other optics ready pistols. Well, I did, but everybody has heard my woes of the Echelon.
Yeah.
And when we go through, it's no. So I have this, and I just wanted to have something. So I picked up Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 metal, and have that gone through now with, mounted a dot to it, put the light on it. Shortly, I should be getting my holster in, and excited for that as well, and be able to go out and get some time on the range with it. And yeah, and Dusky here in the comment, it says, almost seems like the 320 thing blew over already. I'm seeing them sold and shot and carried by RSOs. It is. There's a couple of places that will always go through and have an issue with it, but I still wanted to have that backup that was not a SIG. So back to the M&P and running the metal. I mean, the SIG's still what I shoot best. Of course, I'm going to say that until I go out and try this thing out, and you never know, I may just wholeheartedly switch, but I kind of doubt that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm bummed about the whole 320 saga because I've been setting different ones up and putting a little bit of time and effort and money into them. And then all of a sudden this all happened. I went, oh, crap. All these cool guns I just got done customizing are going to be banned from every event we go to. And yeah, I've always been a Glock guy. I've got my 34, but man, I just can't get over the weight of the X Legion now and how smooth that shoots. So,
well, but you also have a platypus,
yeah,
and the 211, and all that. So you're still well within the realm of doing good for your competition handguns.
no, I am. I actually need to get a hold of Klecker because I need a holster because that 211 P211, I don't have anything that fits right now. So that's definitely going to be a wintertime project as well for him, not me.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, did you by chance try it in a 320 holster?
I did. It wouldn't work.
I wasn't sure if that slide was similar enough or not. So,
yeah. Well, I didn't put a light on it, so I could have tried it in my light bearing holster, but I guess I could do that. That's something I haven't tried. So,
yeah, I just instantly put a light on everything.
Dirt Racer, get one. It's worth it. They're so cool.
Oh, Dirt Racer here in the comments says he still wants a platypus. And Klecker says, or Dusky says that sorry, Klecker's busy making him holsters. And, all that that goes through. And that is a very much so thing that's happening. But.
And I will have to try your closed emitter red dot too, because just to fill you guys in, I did buy a PCC pistol. Did a Palmetto State because I'm cheap and didn't want to spend a bunch of money on maybe a Banshee or a few other ones I was looking at. So I'm going to go with that, turning into an SBR for next year's USPSA competition matches. And yeah, I really don't know what optic I want to put on it yet. It's going to be a red dot of some sort, but I'm not sure which one. So
I wasn't sure if you were going to put that that Hollow Sun combo you have.
I wanted to, but I don't think I need a magnifier. I think I'm going to keep it simple for competition. There's no real need to do that. So definitely just going to go with a red dot. I mean, I could throw the Hollow Sun on there, of course, but I don't see the point in it because they're paired so well together. I think I'll save that for, an actual AR setup. But there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to go through in the next month and figure out where I'm going to match my optics with and everything like that. So,
yes, indeed. And that is something that having the right optic on there, or even the setup. I know that I am a huge fan of the bigger windows. Should really have you look at, even though you think they look dumb, that high rise that has the flip to center.
Yeah.
Optic behind it, just because it does keep everything in line, so you don't have that snag hazard as it comes out, and it feels really natural to look through. So,
nope, there's a whole bunch of stuff I gotta start knocking out with the gun world because, well, this year I built my range, didn't really go out and shoot a lot, and it showed this year when I went to competition. So now that that's all taken care of, now I got to focus in on actually getting better at shooting.
Or doing the pew pew part.
Yeah, doing the pew pew part. Who knew?
It's weird. It's almost like shooting's a perishable skill.
It really is. So
yeah. I would never have guessed that as somebody who's said it for, I don't know, a while.
Yeah. Well, even doing the ACVR stuff, I fell off the bandwagon on that as it got nicer out this spring, and I haven't picked my ACVR up in months either. And man, that alone for the wintertime training is so nice.
Yes. I know that I still use it. I'm using it, trying to use it daily. And then I'm still I try to, I'm not always the best at it, get my dry fire time in. Just even, standing here watching TV or something, and what's this? It's been so long, I'm going to have to change my podcast playlist to NPR. No, you don't have to do that. He's saying it's been so long since he's gone out and shot.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I even try and do dry fire with my rifles, just keeping that kind of honed for looking at triggers and working on transitions and stuff like that. I have some of the, like I went all out and have the little balsa wood targets that I have. I think my wife made one into a Christmas tree ornament. I have them up, and I've gone through and put the Mantis X kit in, so that it's doing the laser bit, so you can kind of track where you're going, and we're just working on transitions, keeping both eyes open, and realizing that after you pull the trigger, you don't wait for confirmation; you just move on.
Yeah,
because you already that check's already written, man. And you just come back whether or not it, if that thing bounces, then you just got to come back. But that's one of those things that I've been working on and trying to work transitions, and going where moving the dot to where my eyes go. I know that Joe and I mentioned it when we were talking about that Achilles heel tactical class. I went, it's just like moving a mouse.
Yeah.
Like you don't think about where you're moving a mouse to. You just grab it. You like move your eyes there and move the mouse to it. Your dot should be the same thing. And so really working with that has been super helpful for me, working on my transitions and making me faster.
No, that's actually, I never thought about something like that before. When you go to the gun range and stuff, they don't really relate it to other topics like that. Like, you went and you took that class and you said move like a ballerina. Well, yeah, it helped your foot transitions and movement. And then you do that computer mouse and stuff. Yeah, it's just second nature. You look, you move, it's there. Should be the same with a pistol.
Well, and this was with a rifle too.
Oh yeah, rifle, pistol. Yeah,
it's you should automatically point the gun where your eyes are, because it should be if you do your dry fire and kind of keep up on that, it becomes so second nature to point your gun where you're looking that everything, like your body will follow your eyes. And that's a very real thing. And, after you kind of get a handle on that, you can start moving on to a lot of the other stuff. And then it's, moving into footwork and moving into that other stuff. But you can really speed up your transitions just by, hey, I already mailed that check. I don't need to wait around for confirmation.
Yeah. I think that's my biggest downfall is I shoot and then I take my eyes off the optic because I'm actually trying to look through it or around it to see if I actually confirmed a hit. And it just eats up time. You just got to set it and go.
Yeah, it's immediate gratification. That's what you're looking for.
Yep. 100%.
Yay, I did good.
I got it. Yeah. Crap. I just lost 2 seconds.
Yay, I peed in the pool.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty much it. Except there was no pool. It was just my pants.
Well, if peeing your pants is cool, I'm Miles Davis. No. So you've been working on that. I know that Joe talked a lot about Area 3. And how that went with you guys doing PCC out there. Anything else big going on in your PCC world? Because I know that's kind of been your baby.
It has been the baby as of late. No, I wanted to get out there this last weekend. They had a match, and of course, because of harvest, I couldn't do it. I've been trying to watch their website because I think as long as it stays nice out there, they're going to keep running matches. So possibly might be going out there next weekend just to get one more match in, final match before the year. I don't know. The weather is supposed to start turning next week, so they probably will cancel anyway. So, and I'm going out there this weekend, but I guess the entire west side of the state's without power right now. So,
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, some transformer went out. Like the entire southern western part of the state is, and in Nebraska is down without power.
Oh, well. I figured I would have got a phone call on that. Anyway, but that's not important.
No.
No. So as we get into it tonight, we're going through and looking at stuff, and I know that you mentioned something earlier that is a topic that we've kind of kicked around before, but you said because you're cheap, you bought a PSA.
Yeah.
So what do you mean because you're cheap?
It's not because I'm cheap. I like buying well-made guns, but I don't need to spend a pile of money on a name alone. I know there's a whole bunch of reputable companies out there that you can buy, and if you really have to, you can add to it to make it exactly what you want. But I don't want to go out and buy the $3,000 gun or beyond, because in my opinion, I think the $500 gun is going to do the same thing.
It can. I know that Joe had really good performance with his rifle this year. He called that he affectionately calls the LS swap, where kind of started with running just a basic bones and then added more high-end parts to it to make it run faster. It was like the not $6 million man thing where we can rebuild it better, stronger, faster.
Exactly. And I know a lot of guys do that, and I'm not saying that it's bad to go out and spend your money on the high end stuff. I mean, if you've got the cash and you're willing to spend it, and it's something you like, go for it. But as a guy who has spent $3+ grand on certain firearms, and now they're no longer with me because, well, they just weren't my cup of tea, it was just a lot of money wasted when I could have put that into better optics, better, handguards, better grips, anything. But I just had to be cool and have that exact name brand thing.
Yep. Well, here, I know that on YouTube, at Bolt308 says, I do dry fire drills. Felt like I wasted time because I thought the purpose was to fix the handling of my recoil. Through months of looking at YouTube dry fire drills, I figured out the actual purpose. Yeah. And that is true. Like, having a purpose comes into anything. I always say having a training plan is one of the most important things you could do. And that is very much so it. And Dirt Racer says, convince me not to LS swap my new truck. It's a 2001 F-150 flare side. I am not going to tell you to not do that, but instead I'm going to tell you to
He's building up for it.
Oh no, I am, but I have to get my phone out so I can look at the right one, because it's like let me find the right motor, because I know what you want, and it is because you like weird stuff.
And I mean, not me.
No, I'm specifically talking to Dirt Racer.
Yeah.
But like, as good as some of that stuff would be, what you want is a VK56DE. Go find one of those in a junkyard. Yes, a VK56DE. That's the motor you're going to want to put in that, because that is a sleeper motor no one's talking about. But this is not the engine podcast. This is the AR-15 podcast. We should really wrap our hands around that and get back on target, because you can wrap your hands around that much like you can wrap your hands around the unique grip of a VZ grip. Unique features of VZ AR grips, they're machined from a solid block of G10. And G10 is great because it's durable and doesn't get slippery when covered with mud, blood, or sweat. 17-degree grip angle and wide variety of textures from mild to extreme, as well as color options and shorty versions are also available. 1911 grips with extreme customizability, standard slim palm cells, thumb notches, safety cuts, bottom profiles, and more. More than 25 colors and 27 textures are available. There is one coupon code good for 15% off all handgun and rifle grips, and that code is AR-15 Pod 15.
Don't forget the 15. I forgot the 15 the other day. I was so angry. I goes, our podcast one doesn't work anymore. No, it's just I don't come to the show enough to hear our own ad.
Yep. And I was like, oh, did you try this? And he went, no. It worked.
It works, yeah. So yeah, now I have 2 new VZ grips that I'm going to put on the PCC. Actually, I'm going to have it Cerakoted. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, who's doing that?
I think I'm going to take them over to South Dakota Arms. I know they do a little bit of it over there since we lost our Cerakoter.
Yes, we did.
Sad day, but it's okay. I'll support those guys over in Miller.
Yep. And that'll be fun for you. So, but you have a couple of those builds going on, but you said, like, as I was trying to allude to before we got on a tangent of like LS swapping an F-150. But when we go through this, we made the comment of because you're cheap, and you're like, I'm not. It's not that I'm cheap. It was I chased the name brand, and it was shiny, so I had to have the best thing.
Exactly.
And you, for the longest time, have very vehemently stated that you are not a builder guy.
I'm not. I didn't get into Legos as a kid. I don't get into Legos as an adult. So,
yeah. And like, strangely enough, I was not a Lego or anything guy either.
Mm-hmm.
So, GatLab asks where Joe is. Joe couldn't be here tonight. He's at a school and had an event that he went to, and I can't blame him because he's at a night with Clint Romashova.
Yeah.
And but I was never a Lego or Lincoln Log or Erector set kid either. Like, I did not like Legos, but admittedly, it's because it was before they came out with like cool sets and instructions on how to build them. It was just like, here's a bucket of bricks, put something together.
Yeah.
And I was like, neat. Look at this gun I made. And that was about as far as I went. So, if you could believe I would have done that.
I can, yeah.
And then, as I got older, I think it was just more, I liked machining. I liked doing putting guns together more than other stuff. And I got into that. But, there is something to be said, like we make the jokes about LS swapping or something like that, where you buy something on the economy end. And as long as the bones are good, you can add all the go fast parts later. And they definitely go through. GatLab says I'm all about building with bad attitude department lately. I have been getting a lot of those lowers in lately. And I should really look and see at the prices on them.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was just going through too.
I do know that as we go through, there was a terrible disservice that happened this year. And that was Anderson being sold off and dying. And which was unfortunate because and they have bad attitude department has lowers for $89 MSRP on their website. And you can even add your SBR markings to it from the factory. So you can add your address and everything like that if you're going to make an SBR out of it.
Yep. Adds another $10. So that's really not a bad price at all.
Yeah. And they said blems are even more, price quality. And, they even have your ambi lowers, it looks like.
I did see that.
But, yeah, those are very, very reasonable prices on a lower. And I see many of these that even get it in the meme lowers as well. But I was wondering, what I was starting to allude to is, who's going to be the new king of the pours?
That is a question.
Garth's good. I
I
did.
don't. I don't
I,
know, man. I have no idea. Again, I'm so out of the loop.
I mean, like, I already know the answer to this question before I asked it,
And that's why I said that is a question.
because, like, for lack of a better term, we already know who it is. And oh yeah, here we go. The Blem receivers for bad attitude are $60.
That's a solid price.
And I'm gonna show you these, Garth. And you're gonna go, oh, and then you're gonna get mad because you're gonna want to build something. But they have them in different anodizings. So you have the clear. I really kind of dig that cat eye bronze.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, Schrodinger's lower receiver. Excellent reference to Schrodinger's cat. And yeah, they have lowers for $40.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I know that Vince here in the chat on Rumble was saying High Point. Well, I don't know that High Point is going to be the king of the poors. I know where they got their receivers from. That company's. But they are the rifles are high quality, like they are good, but looking at the price point of a High Point AR, I think it's still going to be Palmetto State.
Yeah, just from where I've seen High Point sitting with their recent AR-15s and their AR pistols and stuff, you can still get one at Palmetto State for what on the daily deals or whatever. For I think I've seen them as low as $390. So
yeah, I know that it does kind of depend on what exactly it is that you're getting, because it's like, oh hey, we have this and we have this. It's like they do, but if you look at like just nope, I want a PSA. I mean, you're coming in at, well, now they're $479. Actually, I think they're lower than that. They're in that $450 range. You can have a rifle, and if you want to do the, hey, I bought a lower, you can buy a complete lower right now for $99, and then a complete upper for $200, and let's see here, $299. So for $400, you're into a rifle.
yeah, I just found one on their website for $350, complete rifle. Oh, sorry, pistol.
Yeah.
So
and High Point lowers do come into stock every now and then, but they are hard to find. I know someone who has a HK 416 upper on one because he thinks it's funny.
it's not me.
No, it is not you. So Garth, do you think they're going to continue to kind of be the king of the poors, or are we going to see some of these other ones popping up?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of companies out there with innovation, and someone's always looking to take the throne, right? Palmetto State has a reach. They've been a reputable company for a number of years now and stuff. So they have the backing already and everything like that. So I don't think they need to go out and make the name for themselves because they've already done it. I don't know who the next guy is right now, honestly. I haven't been into the news. I haven't been ear to the ground on this stuff.
Well, like, so for the last year or so, Aero Precision was my go-to lowers for a long time. Like I had a lot of guns built on Aero, and they, which I always had was fine and always had good QC and quick responses, but they kind of fell off. There were some rumors about them going under, which I'm told were unfounded, or changes in ownership. I know they were kind of fighting some Washington gun law stuff with the draconian stuff they were putting on gun manufacturers and gun owners in Washington state. And then they also was rumor of a government contract being fulfilled or unfulfilled, I think specifically for a foreign country. It's roughly the size of Texas. And they got way behind on, like, it was over 6 months for people getting orders shipped. And even dealers and stuff like that, it was a point where you couldn't find them. And then because they were running behind, QC went down, and people started having issues, and I'm not quite sure they fully recovered from that. I really hope they have. I've always loved them as a company, but was seeing, this bad attitude department popping up that might be, a good subsidiary or alternate for those. And I am here for that.
I just never got behind Arrow. I mean, I've definitely owned a gun or two of theirs and stuff. I could never get the appeal of them as far as just the way they looked overall. It just never, floated my boat, I guess. And then just browsing their site right now, I don't think they're there. I mean, everything I'm seeing on their website is $100 or up to $200 on lowers. And of course, they have the anodized ones and stuff too. And I get that we were looking at blemished ones and stuff, but $150 for a lower, man, come on, that's, I don't know. I just don't see the appeal of it.
Well, and there's guys who pay way more than that for some.
No, there are. And again, it's all about whose stamp you want on your gun, basically.
Yeah, because there are guys who want, very specific ones, and they'll pay over $300 for a lower.
Yeah.
And because they're selling obviously all the Stag ones. The M4 E1s were a pretty solid lower. I did like them just because they had the finger guard built in.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they were just a standard AR lower. And, you could buy ostensibly almost the same thing from PSA.
Yeah.
And honestly, at one time, I think they were making the lowers for PSA before PSA got their own machines. So,
Fun.
And I know that PSA is using FN barrels and things of that nature. So it's one of those, hey guys, they're kind of making an amazing quality, products just because, and they're going through actually doing a lot of the same things as the big name companies that is producing a product way cheaper. But, speaking of amazing quality at a lower price, you should look at Klecker Tactical, because if you're in need of a reliable custom Kydex holster, Klecker Tactical is your one-stop shop using premium USA source materials. Klecker Tactical will provide you with a holster in a variety of styles, along with colors, along with light and laser options. Whether you're in law enforcement, a competitive shooter, or an everyday gun enthusiast, trust that Klecker Tactical provide every firearm owner has access to top-tier personalized holsters, as well as quality and custom products you can't find anywhere else. Use code AR-15 podcast for 10% off at KleckerTactical.com.
It's funny that you were reading it while he was typing away in the comments, and I tend to agree with him that these custom lowers are just not practical at all, and that full ambi lowers need to be standardized. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I have a handful of ambi lowers now, and I've started to see kind of a standardization on them. And you're getting to where there's two different cuts for the ambi to come across. There's an HK and then another one, but that's a question for another show.
No, it is. But that kind of took me back to what I was looking for when I was PCC shopping. I was like, man, I like this gun. Oh, it's not ambi. Why is it ambi? Why aren't these things just standard operation now? And it drove me nuts, and it still kind of pissed me off because I'm definitely put in. I think I bought the gun for what, $550, something like that, and I've already got like $300 of parts into it. So
And it's still sitting in the box.
it's still in the box. Yeah, I have the parts. They're not on the gun yet.
Those things happen.
They do.
But no, it is. And getting through some of that stuff is like, that's where the economy of scale comes down. And Anderson, everybody I know probably rode the poverty pony at least once.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got a rifle that was built on one. I know many of people whose very first rifles were built on a poverty pony, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I wonder if Ruger will start to produce them at an excessive volume because that's who purchased them.
Maybe it'd be that actually you should go bother them at SHOT about that.
What's that?
You should go bother them at SHOT Show for that.
Oh, I have no doubt I will. As long as they don't do the trick they know they can do on me. And put an engineer in front of me.
Yeah.
Because when that happens, then hey, so all right. Let's talk about like how we got into the gas systems.
Yeah. Seen it.
Wait. Come back here. Oh, you got me. No, but like I know that Palmetto State Armory is here to stay. I'm not sure that some of these more boutique ones, there's always the guys who are like in mid-tier gun snobs on like Facebook and stuff like that. If you ever read the comment section on there when they're doing stuff, oh man, do those guys go nuts. Like, oh, you have that, and it's like, oh, hold their nose up, and why would you waste your money on that? Buy this. And it's all about the roll mark, and you don't have a Geisley rail. What's wrong with you? And it's like, yeah, dude, I don't need that rail.
Yeah, but I think Collector, he just said it best. I'm gonna be agreeing with a lot of stuff he's saying. A lower is a lower, man.
Same on uppers are the housing for the parts that go through there, and barrel and BCG and triggers. That's true. Like that is very much so a true thing. The Gat Lab here says I've got 2 polymer lowers. Shame, and that I'm waiting to buy back program for, and I get paid. Well, I get paid more than I was. It was an impulse buy. Hey, I get that, and I have I only have 1 polymer lower anymore because my carbon fiber one finally shit the bed and had a rapid disassembly, rapid unplanned disassembly error, and nobody got hurt with that, so that was good. But the buffer tower decided to have a little bit of a come apart. But my old New Frontier Armory lower that I picked up the same day as Sandy Hook, I had ordered them to come in. I had ordered 3 of them, so I was gonna like, oh hey, I'm gonna try this and do something with these because they were cheap, and that was a thing. But yeah, I have I still had one that rode around the back of my pickup, and now it sits in the back of the safe because it has just moved on in life, and I don't really want to get rid of it, but I don't really have a purpose for it anymore either.
It's still part of the family. We just let it come out on holidays.
Yes, and Collector's saying like everyone misses DPMS, and we do. We miss pre-Freedom Group DPMS, not the abomination that was. And technically, they are still around. It's just now they are a division of Palmetto State Armory.
My first AR was a DPMS. I despised it. It was awful.
Hey, I also had a DPMS as my first AR.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I think actually the sheriff of my hometown bought that from me, I believe. I should ask him if he still has it.
And then you're back. So can I get that back from you?
No, I did sell him a High Point though too, and I need to get that back from him.
I don't know if you can. Like, I think he's going to keep that.
I think he's going to keep it too. I asked him about a year ago, and he was pretty adamant he wanted to keep it. I'm like, dang it.
Oh, you can still get a DPMS on PSA for $499. The DPMS Oracle 2. Yeah.
I'm going to search. I'm going to do it.
Dusky here. Division Palmetto State. Coincidence? I think not. No, I watched what says my first AR was an Olympic Arms. As it turns out, my second AR was an old Olympic Arms. So, like, we're just doing a blast from Dooley's Pass here going through this. And those were the guns I had till I started building my own.
Yeah. Yep. And then he just took off, and now he hasn't looked back.
Yeah, every now and then I'm like, I should buy a really high-end, nice factory-made rifle for myself.
I mean, I'm just trying to go through your safe right now in my head. I don't know that you have a lot of factory-built rifles, honestly.
My bolt guns.
Well, I mean, like ARs.
Oh, one.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I was like, I don't think there's. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one old Olympic Arms oddity that's in there. That is the only factory built. I have. Well, that is a lie. The High Point is in there as well.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
But you didn't technically buy that one, did you?
This is true. I did not purchase that one. Collector says the DPMS 308s did have gas issues, but easy fixes. And as Dooley knows, inexpensive 308s have issues. They do. Specifically short-barreled. Anytime you tried to get one at a 16-inch was always an issue. They needed to be 18-inch rifle length in order to work right. And I will stand by that till the day I die. And you could make them easier. And there were ways around it to make them run a little bit better and go through. And then you could go through and have, start to get on track. And, it's Dusky says, inexpensive, blank, have issues. And, that's one of those, you can have things two ways. You can have it good, you can have it fast, or you can have it cheap. You can have it, if it's good and fast, it won't be cheap. If it's fast and cheap, it won't be good. And if it's good and cheap, it will not be fast. But, yeah, and here we go. From YouTube, Gerald says, first AR I shot was my older brother's DPMS Panther Arms Panther Light with carry handle and a lightweight barrel. It was 2004, right after the assault rifle ban. Yes, and I remember those days, and that's why my credo. Buy more magazines. You need to buy more magazines.
Mm-hmm.
They're still on sale. Like right now, I bet you I can find you some for $10. And go buy more mags. You need more mags. Buy them in generational wealth. But have those things so you can go through, because magazines are a wear item, and you shouldn't have to worry about replacing them. And if you're tired of replacing worn out targets every session, well, then you need to buy self-healing targets, long-lasting solutions from TCRTs, the self-healing long-lasting solution built for real shooters like you. TCRT targets are self-healing, modular, and tough, built to take 400 plus rounds of 5.56 per square inch. They cut on ricochets, set up fast, and last far longer than throwaway targets. Upgrade to TCRT targets today. The target that lets you train safer, longer, and more effective.
Everyone drink. That's what it's supposed to be.
What was that, Garth?
I said everyone drink. I'm seeing in the comments. Ad read, drink.
Yeah, apparently the seg. Oh, you've missed that. That's the new drinking game. When I roll into an ad read, they.
Oh no, I was around before I took my 2-month hiatus for that. So
You know, I'll have a slug of water for all of you.
that's what I'm having too. So
No, but no. So, like, we do know that, and that's where, like, when I say king of the pours, it isn't about being cheap and low quality. It's who's going to make that kind of everyman rifle that people just have, like, oh, hey, like, I picked this up and I built a rifle off of it. It's my first AR, or I decided to build one, and it's the one that is. I know that earlier in the comments it was just as good or good enough.
mm-hmm.
I think good enough is more like, what is it? It's good enough.
Yeah.
It's not gonna, it might not be shooting half MOA groups. It might not be shooting to 1,000 yards. It might not be shooting to 500 yards. But it's good enough for what I need it to do.
Yeah, and I think that's why I think I don't want to speak for you, but I think that's why we both feel that Palmetto State's probably there, because just of the customizability of them. You can buy an entire rifle there, or you can buy an upper or lower. You can mix and match. They have so much versatility on their website that it's super simple to go out and pick and choose what you want. So, and that's why I like PSA. I always have. I've owned a number of their guns over the years, and I felt they've always been reliable.
Yeah, and they really have. Like, I will say wholeheartedly that I've never had an issue with them in all the time that I have. Well, I shouldn't say it quite like that. I've had issues in the past,
Mm-hmm.
just because those things happen.
I mean, I have as well.
But so another brand that people are going to talk about that gets thrown around. This is for the people who are too cheap for PSA. There are places to go to get that. I don't generally recommend this, but like Davidson Defense, and therefore, I mean, if you have a lower, you're looking at $264 for an upper for some of these. And so, Country Boy Gun says, I need a PSA A2 clone in my life. Yes, you do, but you should get an A4 clone. And we are not going to talk about Bear Creek.
I thought about saying, well, like, no, I can't say that with a straight face, so I'm not going to. I was actually looking on a couple different websites, but I won't mention them either, because I used to shop there all the time, and now I don't, and I don't want to.
Was that called Cheaper Than Dirt?
It is. Yeah, I haven't been to this website in so long, man. So long.
A4 will be FN. Fair enough. I built my A4 before I built my A2, but I will probably do an A2 at some point, just to round out my GWAT collection.
Mm.
I do have my M Forgery, which you have to come out and shoot sometime.
I do need to shoot that. There's a few guns I need to shoot. So in the future, near future, we need to do that.
Yes, because you need to play with the giggle switch, and yeah, it was a lot of fun things to start. Have you start playing with, since Garth has been like, I'm gonna go farming instead of.
Yeah. But hey, now that's done. Now I can goof off for a few months.
Like, yay! Hey, look at this. Do you guys know ammo came down in prices?
We're learning so many things.
Yes, and we can get all the TCRT targets up on your place.
Yes, we can, and that'll be awesome.
But no, anything else than that? Garth, you got anything else to add tonight before we sign off?
I mean, if they haven't had enough drinks tonight, they should have one more because we need to talk about Patriot Patch, patriotpatch.co for all your patch going needs. They have the Patch of the Month Club, guys. If you haven't joined yet, you had 2 months to do it while it was gone, so you better damn well be a member by now. They're $20 a month. You get an awesome patch every month in the mail. Don't have to worry about choosing it because they make the best patches and send them yet every month. So join Patriot Patch, patriotpatch.co.
Yes, indeedy. And Dusky's drinking one for you. And that is a thing. So you should check out Jake and the guys over there at Patriot Patch. Good bunch of dudes. They escaped Illinois. And now they live in the wilds of eastern South Dakota. Anything else tonight, Garth, before we start to sign off?
No, man. It's been fun to be back, seeing all the comments, talking to all the guys. I missed the AR-15 podcast. I'm so happy to be back home.
Yes. We are glad that you are back as well. And as we get going, everybody here knows the things that I'm about to say. I'm going to tell you to go out and get training, guys. And, go out and get training. Get medical training. Get firearms training. Because remember that you are your own first responder. Expect to self-rescue. And you folks out there, stay safe and stay armed.